everyone, and welcome to Scrap Saturdays. I hope you're all doing fantastic. How are you all doing? So the first thing in my video today is going to be this xoxo framelits that I bought. It's made by this guy named David Tutera. And I bought it because it's the most beautiful rose leaf die cut. And I was so excited. I went to Michael's because, again, I keep saying this, but it's the same day that I purchase all these things, that they had the extra 55% off coupon. And I believe I made Gabriella stand in line for this one. It's a family event at Michael's. And so it cuts like butter. I don't know. This is like amazing. I didn't have any issues at all popping it off the paper. I know that it's not like Felicity Jane cardstock is the same as patterned paper. It's not as thick. So it's not really like it's a cardstock, I should say. It's just a solid color patterned paper. Yeah. I said that 3 times before I could say it once. So what I love about the Felicity Jane solid patterned or solid paper, see, I that's what I meant. I screwed up, is that there's 2 tones to it. So I get, as you can see now that I placed it down on that other plate, you see you get one of the darker tones and one of the lighter tones, which now looking at my layout that's completed in front of me, if I can say so myself, is freaking gorgeous because it already creates that dimension. Do you know what I mean? It creates the dimension and it's just, I mean, I love it. So if you do see this xoxo framelit, I'm going to tell you that you need to get it because I myself love it. And I already love, you know, floral patterned papers, but I really like roses. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And I know that Felicity Jane always has like this amazing floral. So basically, I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. So it's not like I needed another die cut or die. But I did because I don't have any leaf ones. I just have a Martha Stewart punch with the small little baby leaves, and I was just so excited. So I'm going to be doing double duty. Yep, double duty on this patterned piece of paper. I'm going to be doing a lot of double duty because I'm re-scrapping a picture of myself and Augustino, and that's going to be my topic for today for sure. And I'm also reusing the other side of my pattern paper because this floral cannot go to waste. So I just love it. Look, here we go. Boom, boom, done. It's another one of those layouts where I was just like so excited. And, you know, I do see a lot of people who reprint their photo or they use the same photo over and over and over again. And I'm going to totally agree with it. I want you to know that for so many reasons, it's so important to understand that in this hobby, there is no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. When you take the time, which I gratefully appreciate, to sit here and watch this video, what I want you to understand is that we all scrapbook the same. Maybe our layouts don't look the same in the end, and I get that, but we all have the same feelings. So the first time that I scrapbooked this picture of myself and Augustino was with the Heidi kit last month, and it was the remember page. And I remember when I was doing the voiceover, I was like, I sounded like such a Debbie Downer. No offense to anybody whose name is Debbie. But I felt like that. I felt like there was something I didn't do. I didn't justify this picture. I didn't give it something that I wanted to do. So I'm allowing myself to redo it. It's not that you're using the same picture over and over again. It's just you're finding your muse with that photo because that photo inspires you, right? Or maybe the first time you did it, you didn't really like it, and that's okay. It's okay to embrace the fact that you didn't like something. You don't always have to love everything you create. And it's okay to say that, and it's okay to express that feeling of maybe I want to change something because change is very important, but so is repetition. That's the catch. Because repetition makes our practice of better. Right? Not perfect, because you know I don't like that word, but better than what maybe we did before. And so on the tag here for Agostino, I typed up, "You and me has to be one of the most beautiful photos of you and me together. I just love your handsome face, your kind, gentle nature. Stay sweet, stay kind, be you just as you are. I love you so very much, Agostino." And so for me in this photo, because it's again the same picture of myself and my son, and so it's a redo. It's a redo of, right? Which is okay. And so I teach my kids that it's okay to redo things. I teach my kids that it's okay to look at something and not like it. It doesn't have to be something that you're happy of, even though you created it. And what does that mean? That means that it's okay to allow for change. It's okay to change something. It's okay to paint a wall and then look at it and totally not love the color and change it again. No harm. Just do it. Because finding your happiness has to come from yourself. No one else is going to give it to you. It's not the things that created it. It's my feeling. I have to look for it in myself through the things that I create, right? And so the first page that I created, although it wasn't the worst thing ever, and I get that, but it still didn't translate enough to me. And when I finished this page, I felt complete. I felt like I did this photo justice. Do you know what I mean? And I think you do. I think you understand that. And so my son Agostino, like I told you in the other video where I said it's our responsibility to show our kids or our boys love, right? To show them that emotions are important. And I typed this out for him because he is very kind and gentle in nature. And I know he gets it from so many different places. And I don't know if you guys like or follow astrology, but I myself love to know that there is so much of a connection between humans and the world, right? Whether you find it to be spiritual or religious, I am not shy to either way, or I don't think any way you go to or find your purpose in this world is right or wrong. Ultimately, I believe in God, and ultimately, I believe we are souls. So for me, that's my belief, and that's where I stand. But I do feel that, there is a connection to the world and the universe, because if God created universe, then we all are connected. And so Agostino is a Taurus by nature, and my mom was a Taurus too. And most Tauruses that I meet, they do have a stubborn nature. Don't get me wrong, there are, but they're very gentle, loving people. And he has that quality. And he also brings that characteristics as well, because my brother, I call him the gentle giant, and my father-in-law, same thing, another gentle giant. Very, very kind demeanor. And I'm going to throw a big one in there. My dad as well. I mean, on the outside world, he may, come across with my stories as seeming like he's crazy or he's horrible. But if I were to ask my dad to help, a coworker or a stranger and say, Dad, get in the car, drive this person to, Montreal right now, he would do so. My dad is a very kind person as well. And so I know that there is this kindness within the men in my family. So I know that what I'm doing for my son and what I'm teaching my son is for him to embrace that gentleness, that kindness, and not interpret it as a weakness. So redoing your projects, redoing things in life. The meaning today for me is that I can redo my family's story. I can take my story and I can keep redoing it and adjusting it and adding things to it until I think I've quite almost satisfied what I'm looking for. Until my time on this earth is done, and then my kids need to carry a torch and they will fix the things that they feel that maybe I didn't get right, because I can only get what I know and what I'm learning right? And so don't be afraid to redo things. Whatever that means to you. Is it redoing your bedroom? Is it redoing your hair? Is it redoing your scrapbooking layout? Is it redoing your wedding album? I hear people saying this all the time. I should really, 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 and I should, yeah, you should. Yeah, I do it too. I feel that. I can sympathize and empathize with you because I know how you feel. As a crafting person, as a scrapbooker, not every layout is my favorite one. And sometimes I feel that I've wasted a really good photo on a layout that I was like, So yeah, there's no shame. Print it out again. That's okay. There is no waste. I don't want to use the word wasteful in scrapbooking anymore. Everything is on purpose. Everything is for the purpose of this hobby. The only waste that you do, or the only thing that you're doing that isn't good, is hoarding and not using your stuff. Because you bought all that stuff for a reason. It brought you joy. So now you have to find a way to translate that joy that you initially got when you saw all these products and put it into paper. Even if that means scrapbooking the same exact photograph, black and white, sepia toned, full color, whatever you want to use, a vintage photo filter, I don't care. Do it. Cut into your paper. Redo it. Take out your wedding album. Redo it. Don't hold yourself hostage to the fact that you think it's done and then it's going to be wasteful. No such thing. No such thing. And really, like, now that you're looking at my page, there really isn't much more that's going to happen here because the hugs and kisses are almost here. Almost here, my friends. Look at those leaves. Wow, is all I have to say. And I'm not bragging. I'm humbled by this. I'm humbled when I look at this page. It actually takes my breath away. I am so proud of myself for redoing this layout and making or giving justice to a photograph with my baby boy. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I think this is my favorite so far. I say that about all of them. You know that. Be inspired. Be inspired by what you see. By anyone and everyone you see on YouTube that you follow, be inspired by them. Do as they do. Repeat what you have to repeat. Break cycles. Choose to do things differently. Treat your boys, your sons, your fathers, everyone. Look at them differently and feel that they too carry a pressure, right? It's not just the girls in our lives. We need to teach them to stay gentle, to stay humble, and to stay kind, right? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for allowing me to have this platform where I use my voice and my purpose to send a message of love. Be inspired by the papers sitting in your room right now. Cut into them. Cut a whole bunch of flowers, a whole bunch of leaves. Decorate the pictures of your loved ones. Decorate it with all your heart and redo it. Redo it. Show yourself what redoing feels like until you think it's good enough. And that is the only thing that matters. Make time for yourself. Take time for this hobby because, as you know, this hobby heals. Thank you so much, guys. Great big hugs, and I will see you all very, very soon.